Hey friends, good morning. Welcome back to another day in Orlando. I am so excited because we're about to head over to Summer House for brunch this morning. It's a new restaurant in Disney Springs. I haven't been there yet. Nora hasn't been there yet. And I've heard really good things about it and I love brunch. So we are up nice and early. Our reservation was at, I think it's at 9:15 and we were actually able to book it last night. So that was really easy to get. Right now you cannot book reservations for Summer House through the My Disney Experience app, but you can book them on OpenTable and that is what I did. We're running a little bit late, so I need to get going, but I cannot wait to try that food and like kind of give you all a little review about it. So let's get going. So Summer House was really great. We it was myself, Nora, and her boyfriend Jorge, and we all pretty much cleaned our plates. It was so delicious. I got the Mexican scramble, I think it was, and oh, that was so good. It was kind of similar to like a chilaquiles, which they didn't have on the menu, and I thought that's kind of odd because it is a California restaurant and chilaquiles is very popular out there. But it had like tortilla chips on top, it had sunny side up eggs, avocado, I think it may have had cotija cheese, over like hash browns, I don't know, and salsa. And it was just so good. All the flavors were perfect together. I'm actually trying to think of like, is there time for me to go back to Summer House again? Because I really need that dish again. We also tried the jalapeno cornbread. It was just okay. I didn't love it. I've heard so many amazing things about it. Like it wasn't that it wasn't good. It was really good. It's just people have been raving about it since they opened up. And I thought this is gonna be like the most amazing cornbread I've ever had. And it's not the most amazing, but it was good. It came out very fast and it's like in a hot skillet. So I felt like they kind of had them like ready to go because it's so popular. Definitely a shareable side. We didn't even finish ours. So I would recommend it if you love cornbread. It does have a bit of a kick with the jalapeno, but they also have like this shareable, like a cinnamon bun, like a giant cinnamon bun that looked amazing, and that would be shareable as well. The other thing I appreciated was that they have zero proof cocktails. So I always think that's a nice feature. And if you like any of the zero proof cocktails, they gave me the option of like adding liquor to it. So I thought that was cool. Our server, I wish I can remember his name. He was amazing, really patient with us. Definitely recommend Summer House, at least for brunch. I can't speak for dinner, but I've heard really good things about dinner as well. The prices weren't bad either. I think most of the entrees for breakfast were all under like $20, which I think is pretty reasonable for Disney Springs. And the restaurant itself is just beautiful. It's really pretty, fresh, and airy. A really nice addition to Disney Springs. We just checked in for Sangria University at the Three Bridges restaurant at Coronado Springs Resort. According to the website, this class costs between $69 and $79 per person, plus tax and gratuity. But when I booked it, it was only $55 per person. I do highly recommend booking this at the 60-day window if you are able to. It is very popular and books up quickly.
There we go. Very nice. So welcome on in. Thank you for being here. To get class started, a little bit of a syllabus moment, some housekeeping for class today. On your desk in front of you, you should have everything you need for a very successful class. First and foremost, you should have your study guide. Your study guide is not a piece of paper though. It did not blow away in the wind. You don't need that today. No, number 2 pencils, none of that. Your study guide is your sangria flight. So go ahead and get started sipping that. When you're ready, I'll catch up to you. You'll catch up to me. We'll meet in the end and have a great time. Although I can't catch up right now until I clock out. But I promise I will. Don't you worry. On your desk, you should also have a spoon there because here at Three Bridges Bar and Grill at Villa del Lago, we like to think of sangria as a blank canvas. And today, instead of a canvas, we'll have a wine glass. Instead of paint, you will have edible paint. Wine, spirits, and juices, oh my. And instead of a paintbrush, you will have a spoon. So become an artist with a spoon today. And that'll be at the end of class when everyone gets put to the test to become their very own Master of Sangria, and you'll make your 5th beverage today, unless you started before class, and who's counting? I'm also going to share a little history lesson about Sangria, where it came from, how we got to where we are today, because this is a university, so there has to be a little education, if you will. I'll keep it nice and light and entertaining, or a little time travel journey. And then that'll segue us into a super awesome connection with Disney. Believe it or not, there's a connection of Sangria and Disney. And since I do work for Walt Disney World, I got to talk about Disney once or twice. That was once, twice will be later. I don't actually have to. I put it in my invisible contract and signed it myself. Stamp of approval. With that being said, I'd like to start with a nice big toast. We become amigos, familia, new friends, old friends, comrades. Raise your glasses for a toast. Don't worry, it's not sangria. I wish it was, but it's okay. Cheers. Cheers. Salud, prost, science, slanke, saludi, slante, chinchin, skull, and astrovia. And with that being said, I'm going to start talking about the very first sangria at the top with the blackberry. If you're ready to start with me, fantastic. If you love rosé all day, throw whatever sangria you like. I'm just going to talk about the one with the blackberry in it. So at the top, that is going to be our Espumosa Sangria. Espumosa in Spanish means sparkling. Therefore, this is our sparkling sangria. So not only did you all sign yourselves up for, or somebody signed you up for, a sangria class today, you also now have un poquito español. That means a little bit of Spanish. So we have the sparkling sangria at the top. It has a base of a cava. And the reason why it's called a cava, not like champagne or prosecco, is because it comes from the Cava region of Spain. Much like champagne is made and produced in Champagne, France. Champagne, France, if I say it correctly. Cava is made and produced in the Cava region of Spain, and it follows a very specific fermentation process. If that process is not followed correctly and it is not produced in the Cava region of Spain, it cannot be considered a cava. So we have this cava as a base, and then mix in with a sparkling wine. We also have a liqueur de pastillina, which is French for a peach liqueur, comes from Combier, France. So now we have a lot of sangria, un poquito español, and you now also have Good thing no one in my life speaks French, because French is difficult. I took 5 years and it's gone. So we have the French peach liqueur, we have the sparkling wine from Spain, and a little bit of lemonade. All together, this Espumosa Sangria should be nice and light and refreshing. Should open up your palate, get you ready to rumble. No, not really, Yay! Which he ended up going under his alias of names to purchase this land of Orlando, Florida, to eventually become Walt Disney World. And with that being said, without the success of that World's Fair in 1964, we would not be able to be here today in the Reed Bridges Bar and Grill at Villalagua, Coronado Springs Resort in Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, drinking sangria! Sorry, I was having fun. Hopefully everyone else was too. Anyways, thank you. We are moving on to the next best part of class. It is time for your next beverage! That's some real excitement right there. Alrighty, so moving on for your final exam, everyone is going to choose their very own ingredients. You're all making your very own sangria. The only thing I suggest, don't recreate one from the flights. We are open every day, 4:30 p.m. till midnight. We have sangria right now available. If you love the rosé sangria, let me know at the end of class. You can take one to go with you. It's fantastic. So let's make a new one. This is your 5th sangria. Here's how it's going to go. You're going to choose your base. Your base is simple. It's one you've already tasted. The cava, white wine, rosé, or red. One of those 4 you will choose, and it'll come to you in a glass with some ice. After that, you get to choose your spirit. Your spirit is not very simple. You may choose from 99% of the bar. Oh yeah. The reason why I say 99% is because we have a bottle up there on the top shelf that's black with gold labels on it. It is shining, shimmering, splendid, and it comes in at a whopping $400 for 2 ounces, not the whole bottle. 2 ounces. I don't recommend it. I don't think it'll change your life, if I'm being honest. I don't know what that is. But the rest of the bar is available at your choosing for any of the ones we've tasted. We have the peach liqueur, we have the elderflower, we have the exuberance of the Mediterranean. I have the citrus vodka, the mango rum. Ones that we did not try, I have bourbon from my old-fashioned friends. An old-fashioned sangria is wonderful. To make that, we have bourbon and we have an orange brandy. This orange brandy comes from Spain and it has a taste of bitter orange. So if you drink old fashions, you should hear the words bitter and orange together and be like, wow, that sounds pretty good. If you don't drink old fashions, this will taste like poison. I like old fashions. It tastes great to me. It's all up to perception. You can also do a mint julep, a whiskey sour. I also have a premium Spanish brandy. I also have a blackberry liqueur. I also have a cheat sheet of all of the alcohol. I also have a spicy liqueur. If you want to have some jalapenos, make a spicy sangria. I would not mention it if it has not already been successful. I also have banana liqueur, chocolate liqueur, caramel liqueur, grapefruit. After that, to make your sangria, we need wine, we need spirit, we need juice. Your juice, we have just about all of them. I apologize to the Disney fans out there. I do not have COG. I'm sorry. Included in that price of tuition, you may choose from one of 3 liqueurs. I have triple sec, tastes like citrus. Peach schnapps, tastes like peach. Apricot brandy, tastes like apricot. One of those 3 are included. If you did not want to do one of these 3 and instead would like to do the 99% of the bar I mentioned, it would be a $4 upgrade. If you wanted to do the old-fashioned ones like the bourbon and the orange brandy, or another couple of popular combinations, peanut butter and jelly sangria. I also have another popular combination. I'm not allowed to say a Disney character as the name of an alcoholic beverage, but if you pick up what I put down, it is the orange bird. Yes, dreamsicle. To make the orange dreamsicle, thank you, would be white wine with Detroit Amaretto Bacardi rum with orange juice and vanilla syrup. To do any of those combinations or your very own combination of using 2 spirits, you definitely can. The way the price breaks down for that is that you're either choosing one that is included or $4. Your second spirit, no matter what it is full price, full pour. So it'll come to anywhere between $10 to $400. Or realistically, it's anywhere between 10 to like 15-ish, somewhere around there.
Both of these smell like tequila.
I have to taste the mezcal to make sure that they didn't get because that would be so catastrophic for your drink.
Yeah, yes, it would. It would not go like.
We did graduate with honors. We'll go back to back. We'll go back to back. Wait, I have to turn the photo. You're beautiful. How gorgeous you are.
A whole leg.
Oh, like a whole leg. I will do that.
I'm usually on a bus and I don't get to see it. No. So where are we headed? I do love this castle so much. Rex says he actually likes Disneyland's castle better. He says he likes the main street. He doesn't like that when you're here you have to like walk forever to get to the castle.
Tour begins here. Here you see, is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? Of course, there's always my way. Please, we spirits are frightfully sensitive to bright lights.
This is hot. Yeah, there it is.
For your safety, remain seated at all times, keeping hands, arms, feet, legs, and other appendages inside your car.
This is the TTA Blue Line, non-stop service around the world.
I don't think I've been on the PeopleMover night in years. Oh, it's so fun.
Spacecraft to monster labs. There's really nothing like today in Tomorrowland.
And Red Line.
Don't worry, your express train keeps on rolling through the future. Right by two of my favorite spots. Did you know Progress City inspired Epcot? And a lot of the visionary ideas throughout Walt Disney World.
And Speedway and Tron Light Cycle Run.
I love a good circuit, and these are two of the best tracks in the cosmos for a bit of light, speedy competition. To your right is the Astro Orbiter, our celestial symbol of interplanetary harmony and fellowship. Hop aboard and launch high above Tomorrowland for a spin amongst the planets.
I am crashing hard, friends, but I just wanted to take some time to talk to you about our Sangria University. I think Sangria University might be my most favorite add-on that I've ever done at Disney World. It was so much fun. I just did the tequila tasting, the La Cava experience yesterday, and that was really great as well. It's very educational, a little bit more formal. I felt very serious with that one. So I was expecting Sangria University to be a bit more like that, and it's not. It's like a stand-up comedy show. I wish I could remember the girl's name who ran our class, but she was so funny. She was super charismatic, really lively. She gave out so much information so quickly. And I really enjoyed listening to every word she had to say. We did learn a little bit about sangria, about the history of sangria, what makes it a true authentic sangria versus just kind of like a made up drink that has wine in it. But for me, the best part is actually the end of class, where now that you've learned everything there is to know about sangria, you get to make your own. And I definitely felt a little overwhelmed with this because I was like, oh, I didn't have time to think about, what combination of things I want to put in my sangria. And I really wished that I had done some research ahead of time of different sangria recipes, what type of liquor goes well with what type of wine and what type of juice. So I wish I'd gone to the class. I wish I had studied for university, basically. I decided to switch backgrounds. This is way nicer than just a boring wall. But I wish I had studied for Sangria University. If you are interested in doing this and you get kind of a little nervous about being put on the spot when you have to make decisions, I suggest researching sangria and sangria recipes a little bit in advance, just so that you go in there a little bit more prepared. It's okay to change your mind or even to ask the person taking your order some suggestions. So anyway, back to making your own sangria. Towards the end of class, they come around and they give you a little, kind of like a cheat sheet, and they show you hey, so this is what you can do. Here are your liquors that you can add. So you choose your liquors, then you choose a juice base, and then you choose your wine, whether you want to do a sparkling, a white, or a red. There are 3 liquors that are included with making your sangria. I know one was an apricot liqueur. I wish I could remember the other 2. But there are 3 that you can choose from. Those are included in your price of admission, or your tuition, as they said. And then you also get to pick a juice and a wine. Now, you do also have the option of paying extra to have some additional shots added to your drink. Not shots, but a different liquor choice. So if you don't want to use any of the 3 that are included, I believe it is $4 for the first liquor that you add. And then any additional liquor that you might want to add to your sangria you're basically paying the bar price for a shot. So it could go anywhere from $10 apparently up to $400, because they did have, I feel like it was the Johnny Walker Blue, which $400 for a shot of that sounds ridiculous. So maybe I gotta be wrong, right? But I know Johnny Walker Blue is expensive, but I don't think it's $400 a shot expensive. They said that most of the liquors that you add will run from like $10 to $15. So the drink that I decided to make, I was inspired by an old fashioned that I've been making at home quite a bit. I asked for Luxardo cherry like syrup. So you know, like Luxardo cherries, they come in a jar. Well, in that jar, it's also a lot of syrup. So they gave me like a little shot of the cherry syrup. For my liquor, I added a chocolate rum. I was looking for a chocolate whiskey, but they didn't have any, but chocolate rum actually worked out great. I think actually I added the apricot liqueur as well. So I think I did like chocolate rum and apricot liqueur. I did write it down. So if I got that wrong, I'll add a little note in the screen. It was delicious. Like, I think I'm a sangria genius, because that was the best sangria I think I've ever had. And I was totally guessing, and I was really nervous that like whatever I picked would taste disgusting. And I asked her, I was like, please tell me, you know, like, am I making a bad decision right now with these choices? She's like, no, I think it'll be pretty good. And it was so good. I wrote it down. I'm gonna try to make it at home again. I did it with a red wine base as well. That class was so much fun that I actually, as soon as the class ended, I actually looked up to see if they had it again next weekend, because I would do that over and over again and just try to like either make different sangrias each time or just make that chocolate cherry one over and over again, because it was delicious. So if you're doing the class and you're looking for a suggestion on something to do, and you like something kind of unique, I definitely recommend the red wine with chocolate rum and cherry Luxardo syrup. I think the university class was about $59 per person, and honestly, like, the price is so worth it for the experience, because you get 5 full-size sangrias. It would cost more than that just to order 5 full-size sangrias. And so on top of the drinks, you get like that whole educational experience. It was really fun and interactive. Totally 100% worth the price. Can't recommend this experience enough. It is at Coronado Springs Resort at the Three Bridges restaurant, which is right out on the lake. I think it's only on the weekends at 1:30, and I think it's something that you could definitely have fun doing on your own or as a group. Like, I don't think you can go wrong with who you choose to go to with. If I could get in again on my own, I would still do that. It could be a really fun way to like celebrate a birthday, a bachelorette party, girls' night, whatever you want. Like, I think it is for everyone, 21 and older. Anyone who likes to drink and likes sangria and wants to do something a little different, this is for you. So after we did that, it was actually amazing. We're walking back through the lobby, and as we walk back in the lobby, we had Chip and Dale, Donald and Daisy and Goofy all show up, like right then and there. And there were only like maybe 10 people in the lobby, and we had the most amazing character interactions ever. It was so personal. There was so much one-on-one time. It felt like a little private party, because it wasn't just like waiting in line for one character. The characters were like interacting with each other. They were like playing silly games. It was just perfect. It was the perfect afternoon. Sangria University, 5 character meet and greets. I couldn't have asked for anything better for my second full day in Orlando. To top it off, we decided, you know what, we've got a little bit more energy. We went to Magic Kingdom just for a few hours. We grabbed some dinner. We went on 3 rides. Haunted Mansion, of course, you know that's my favorite. I got to see the Hatbox Ghost at Magic Kingdom for the first time, so that was really cool. Then we also rode Buzz and the PeopleMover. So honestly, like a perfect cap to the night for me. The weather is perfection right now, but we were all feeling like really tired, especially me, because I have not been sleeping. So I'm back in my room now, and I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. It's kind of a free day, so I think I'm just gonna sleep until I wake up naturally, and then I'll see how I feel in the morning. We might have a resort day, we might go to Magic Kingdom, I don't know. The Disney World is my oyster, and I am excited. So I need to get some sleep. I hope you enjoyed coming along for today's video. I know it's like a little weird one, little bit, I feel like it's like less Disney, more dining at Disney, but I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button. And as always, magic is out there, friends.